Hello and welcome to the channel. Now I'm really excited to share this very first step in creating a brand new one-stop shop for all young professionals looking to get ahead in life. Now my name is Kieran, I'm a senior recruiter based at a leading consultancy based here in London, and my aim with this channel is to give all of you behind the scenes insights into the latest assessment techniques, best practice for job seekers, and ultimately people looking to elevate their careers ahead of the curve. Now, here on the channel, I'm going to be covering a lot of different topics, all of which are going to be related to three key points. So, career advice, communication skills, and personal finance. Now, I'm going to choose a very deliberate point to start with because I want to make sure I'm giving the most value to you so you can use it straight away. So, what do I mean by this? Earlier this year, the world changed. With the pandemic and social distancing, employers no longer had the option of your traditional suited and booted interview. They had to go remote. Now, before we kick off, this is a two-way street, and this is why I need you guys to do your part so I can continue making these videos. So please like the video now, and we'll crack off. Now, before we get into this list, there's one rule which trumps all of them when it comes to virtual interviews, and that's testing your tech. This is something that everyone is in control of, whether that's checking your microphone works or making sure that you've got a stable internet connection, or even just having somewhere quiet to speak where you're not going to get interrupted. It's super important, guys, and none of these 5 tips are going to work unless you get that one right. So let's kick off with number 1. Now, a lot of these are going to be transferable to an in-person interview. However, this one is uniquely positioned for you to take advantage of in a virtual setting, and that's standing up. This is something that would look very weird in a personal interview, in a face-to-face interview, but here you can stand up and it really does make a difference. If you stand up, you're going to project your voice so much more, and with that comes tons of credibility and authority, which is only going to be picked up in that non-verbal communication from there. It's like your body language, you feel more relaxed, and again, that authority, credibility gets established straight away. Number 2 is eye contact. This is directly transferable to a personal interview, but it's super important in a virtual one as well. How do you maintain eye contact during a virtual interview, you may ask? Well, there's plenty of ways for you not to. Like if you're on a Skype interview, a lot of people may get distracted by other windows or your picture in the corner. Has it ever happened to you? Or maybe you're just staring at the screen. You don't want to be doing that either. You want to be looking at the lens. Without that eye contact, you're not going to be building that relationship with the interviewer that you need in order for them to back you to that next stage and hopefully the job. So build that eye contact. It's something, it's strange. It's strange for me as well doing this first interview, looking at the lens rather than my laptop here. But it makes all the difference, guys. Keep that eye contact. Number 3 is also directly transferable to a personal interview, but again, it's such a quick win that I'd recommend everyone to do it, and that is names. Now, you don't want to do this all the time, but you want to make sure it's repeated throughout your conversation. Every time you're going to try and make an impact statement or ask a personal question, you want to use a name. How do you feel about this situation, Kieran? It makes it so much more personal than it's like just a generic throwaway question which may have been picked up from some internet forum. You want to make it personal to the interviewer for them to remember you and ultimately vouch for you. Number 4 is active listening. Now, this is a skill that we're going to do a whole episode for itself. It's super important, and the amount of dividends you'll get throughout your career and personal life from active listening cannot be understated, and it's really important that you start doing it sooner rather than later. Now, a really good example of this comes from Stanford Business School. I'll link the video in below, where the lecturer asked 2 volunteers to speak to each other by nothing more than spelling. And it's something that may sound a little bit weird, but when you realize the amount of concentration that goes into spelling out a sentence, it's how much concentration you should be using when speaking to someone in an interpersonal environment. And we'll delve into this further, but make sure that you're listening to what the person is actually saying and not just waiting for your turn to talk. And finally, number 5 is the follow-up. Now, I hope all of you have a LinkedIn account by now. If not, please do create one. Now we're going to be doing plenty of skills LinkedIn based, so again, get that signed up ASAP. What I mean by the follow-up is making sure that you're connecting with the interviewer and dropping them a little line to reinforce your values and the discussion that you had together during the course of the interview. This is going to solidify you as a strong candidate and really make you stand out and ultimately more memorable than the other candidates that notice you don't. Email is good as well, but LinkedIn gives that direct connection between the message and you. If they can't remember you instantly, they can click on your profile. That's an instant refresher. So LinkedIn follow-ups really would be the recommendation that I'd want to end with. Make sure you always follow up during a virtual or personal interview. So there you have it, everyone. That's 5 key skills for your next virtual interview. So remember, please like the video and comment below on what you'd like to see next. Again, I have my own ideas of which way to take this channel, but it's a two-way conversation. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching.